Hey everyone, I'm Charting Man Dan with the Chart Guys. I've been a trader for the last 13 and a half years. We're going to check in on the market and the charts, and I'm going to say some of the things I've been saying for the last 6 weeks. We'll repeat them again, and we'll get ready for what it's going to look like when things shift from here and we finally get a pullback. We're going to do a review on a crypto stock, MARA, and a bounce trade. Shut up, let's go. All right, so let's do a repeat just to be a broken record, but drive the points home. Bulls in complete control as long as the futures are holding 4-hour EMA 12 support. We didn't even touch it today on the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. This is unusual price action. Treat it like this is something that hasn't happened in decades. And don't fight the bulls and wait for things to significantly shift and give us an indication that things are shifting. What will that look like? We're seeing very clearly defined perfect bull rotation. And again, just a quick recap there, FOMC reaction, IWM, this group, IWM, ARKK, XLF, XLV, all the other laggard sectors, biotech, airliners, shoot up all second half of Wednesday, all Thursday. While they're doing that, you got QQQ, the Magnificent Seven consolidating. Friday, these names start consolidation on the daily time frame. Magnificent Seven get their leg up. Friday into Monday, Magnificent Seven take the lead on the bulls. We got Meta, Netflix confirming weekly bull flags, Amazon leading the way up. Today, another shift again. Magnificent Seven, for the most part, consolidating. Meta was a strong bull again, but that's where the consolidation was. And all these names that we're seeing daily consolidation set their daily higher lows. Many of them confirmed daily bull flags like ARKK. Some of them just set the daily higher low like the healthcare sector. In the video yesterday, I said ideal scenario when QQQ starts daily consolidation, healthcare sets a daily higher low. We're seeing even more than ideal because QQQ is not seeing daily consolidation, and that's because all the other names aside from the Magnificent Seven keep taking it higher. And so again, it's just, I keep laying out ideal scenario for the bulls, and it just keeps happening. And eventually, that's going to stop. I'm starting to get prepared every day that's a stair step, and right now we're on stair step number 11 on SPY, adjusted for the dividend. And Google Chart Guys stair step, if you don't know what that is, it's only 9 on SPY. I think it's 11 on QQQ. Yeah, 9 on SPY, 11 on QQQ. If you don't know what the stair step pattern is, Google it. There's a whole video on it. But every day that we get another stair step, it's complacency, right? So we're getting towards bullish complacency where everybody just expects things to go up every day because we're just getting used to that. And when that changes, I expect it to be fairly fast and hard. That said, only to hourly oversold, because I do expect hourly oversold to see some buying of the dip. But what I can compare it to is Bitcoin. Bitcoin had complacency where it's just up every day, bulls in full control, 20% move, and then when things shifted, it was complacency. Longs got liquidated, and we dropped hard and fast. So just be aware that when things shift, it may be hard and fast. That said, we're not going to be constantly searching every single day for the top to be set. One of the reasons that I grabbed some hedges that I'm still in is so I don't have to be looking every day. And right now, my hedges are offsetting my SPY position, my long-term no-touch SPY position that I grabbed some during the CVID dump, and then I added to it in the 2022 bear market. And, that's being offset, that position right now. And, I look at this and say, should I cover that? And my answer is, nah, I'm comfortable. Because I'm definitely not comfortable when I'm this heavy long. So while SPY is being offset, what's not being offset is my Disney long, my KWeb long, my ARKK, my GLD, SLV, JNUG, the miners, NUGT, ARKK, I think I already said that, TLT, trying to think of all my positions I've got open right now. There's over 10 of them. Meta, Microsoft. So still long, I'm just not as long as I was 3 days ago. So I'm watching for things to eventually shift quickly. Again, have a big flashing light of all sectors hitting the low at the same time, because this inverse action is exactly what the bulls want to see. And then we're going to look for first hourly oversold conditions. SPY, first hourly oversold. We will look for, and let's pull up the Chart Guys back burner indicator that tells us where would that trigger. And so SPY, we would need to see a drop To get to hourly oversold, we would need to drop to 468. So that would be, if that were to happen right now, we would need a 1.5% drop. So I would expect a 1 to 2% drop to quickly happen when the top is set, and then we watch for the hourly oversold bounce attempt. And we do have that indicator available on our website. Okay. So just a daily stair step. Nothing to say on SPY and QQQ. And as far as I'm concerned, blue sky breakout. Again, we can go longer than you think we can. And I know it's very frustrating for bears right now. So I don't want to be frustrated. It's not fun. So I will wait for some kind of indication that things are shifting. SMH daily consolidation yesterday. Broke the high of yesterday today. Trying for a quick little daily bull flag. NVDA had weakness pre-market. It was a bit unusual. I forget what. Some no-name said that they're cautious on NVDA. Okay, that's great, but I was surprised to see a 1.5% drop in pre-market on that. We had a beautiful tightening range here. Look at this equilibrium. Bull break with no follow-through, keep the higher low, and then get a bit more follow-through. But still a rejection. What is that? That's a cup and handle. Again, I look at the charts, and one thing that I'm struggling with a little bit is I don't want to be a perma bull. And I know the last 6 to 7 weeks, I've just been bull, 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 because that's what the charts are telling me. And again, it's just believing the market. When it's clearly telling me something, I'm believing them. And NVDA is a cup and handle right now. So the simple statement is, if daily EMA 12 holds as support, we reject it from resistance, we're trying a bull flag, and if we break here, we're going to all-time highs. And so this should be a top watch. Anything that has proximity to all-time highs should be a top watch because the potential reward is much higher when you're in price discovery mode. And so the next 2 days, I'm watching to see if NVDA can shape up the daily bull flag for this cup and handle. The only names that I'm watching that have not confirmed the weekly bull flag, again, Apple did it first, then everybody else did it. Microsoft and NVDA have not done it yet. And it makes sense that Microsoft has not done it yet because Microsoft was the first to confirm the monthly bull flag. So it led the way. Now it's chilling out sideways. Just sideways range, no biggie, nothing going on. And we'll see if it gets a turn to try and take things higher. ARM daily higher low is set. Potential bull flag in play. Don't love the upper wick. If you're being a protected bull, you're putting your stop under 68. If you want to give a little more wiggle room, you're watching a daily EMA 12 support. I might take partial profit when 68 breaks from here, because if we break it from here, that's a quick little lower high and lower low. So yeah, I'll probably put my half remaining position, I'll put a stop under 68. Tesla. Again, you can show weakness, but you're not going to go anywhere if you're a bear if the broader market keeps going higher. And so Tesla bulls getting saved by the NASDAQ and a little bit of a higher open and just a daily inside bar, fending off daily consolidation. XLV, daily higher low set, new benchmark support. Simple statement, if 133 is support, the bulls have absolute complete control. Nothing changes if that level holds. So I love when something's extended and then we get a new level. Because again, I can say, previously this was the level to go off of. That's a long ways away. We would have to drop almost 4% before I get the red flag. Whereas now, it's only a drop, let's say it happens from here, it's only a drop of 1% plus before I get that red flag. So I always love when we get to have a new benchmark level. XLF 3701 is that level. Again, just up at the high, just absolute beast mode. One thing I'm also wondering is when we do finally top out here, nah, I don't want to make it complicated. Never mind. IWM. So again, just brief consolidation, bull flag confirmed. Extremely strong. We're now in an area with a lack of resistance until 207.32. ARKK, monster day for the bulls. Daily higher low set into continuation. We're watching the key longer term level 53.86. If we get over that level, we're at 19-month highs, and we're in an area with a lack of resistance. Did CVNA break? It did. So CVNA joining in on the monthly inverse head and shoulders, now in an area with a lack of resistance. Another name to be keeping an eye out for a daily higher low or a weekly higher low, depending on how patient you are. So again, just looking down the list at our laggard sectors here, XBI, daily higher low set, trying to head back to the high. TAN, finally seeing the bulls follow through a bit. This is the weakest of the laggard sectors that I'm watching, but it is still at multiple month highs, trying to put in a longer term bottom. Jets, daily higher low set. Again, 3-month equilibrium. This is going to be a beauty in 2024. I think that's about it. There's maybe one more I'm missing. Crypto stocks, just monster, massive breakout. Again, we're approaching 2021 status right now in the markets in terms of just full-on euphoria, throw your money at anything. And that can last for a while, but eventually it stops. Again, when it stops, people are going to say that's the top. I'm going to be looking for weekly higher lows. Just we know sentiment, what it's going to be. But MARA, monster move, gap up, open, tons of volatility in both directions. We had the straight up bull move. We then drop a pretty sizable amount. And this is the bounce that I was trading. So we open from the low of the day. We go up 10%. We then drop 7%, 7.5%. And then we go up 7%. Awesome volatility. When it's like this, if I wasn't running the chat room and taking ticker requests and live streaming and all that, I'm just staring at MARA and Riot all day. And I don't need anything else to trade. That's it. I've got plenty of volatility in both directions. Riot is the bear. MARA is the bull. Look at this 15-minute bull flag into a new high of the day. Continues the breakout. Look at Riot. It gives you a level to play off of. We fail resistance by 6 pennies. Perfect top fish. And then we drop 8%. One thing I'm struggling with is, as I mentioned yesterday, just taking positions off too early. I had that Riot short, and it went well, and I think I was all out of that short by 1680. And just leave a runner, you. But that was the bear, and then, okay, I'm looking long. I'm looking at MARA. What's the setup? 5-minute back burner. Waterfall drop. First 5-minute oversold. Hourly EMA 12. Back burner 101. Exactly what the bulls want to see. Okay? So how do we make an entry? That's not how. How do we make an entry? So at 12:18, I was a little early with my first scale in. My first scale in was about 2110 or so. At about right here. And then I know I'm entering a second position. I often, when I'm looking for a climax, I often like a nice round psychological level to break. So I know if I'm going to enter a second position, it's going to be after 21 breaks. So long MARA, one scale in, one more on a break at 21. And then I watched this break 21, and sometimes we'll break it and V-shape. So I watched it. We didn't V-shape, so I remained patient. I then make my second entry. That one was in the mid to low 2080s. Pretty good fill on that one. And then I set my stop after that. Now I said stop will, in advance, I'm trying to lay out the game plan in advance. Stop will be 2079 if I get my second fill. But that was if I entered right on the break of 21. Because I didn't enter until 2180 or so, my cost basis is more favorable. So rather than my cost basis being, 2105 or 21, my cost basis at that point was 2090. So I get more wiggle room. I forget where I said my stop was eventually. I think I said 2069, which then held. So then I scale out into the bounce. Because I've used up my full position size, I scale out the first position fairly quickly, right around, I think, just over 21. I exit my second position, knowing a 5-minute lower high is most likely, and then I leave the third position to run, and I exited that in the 2160s heading into the end of the day. It was very fascinating to me. One thing that, I almost was getting too much detail by watching every single tick of this trade. And you can see we double bottomed to the penny. There was considerable weakness. Nobody wanted to buy MARA under 21 or at 21 and under, hence the free fall. And then we get the bounce and set the 5-minute lower high, and then we fade back and hit the low of the day. And all the way, I didn't see anything bullish. We were just doing what Bitcoin was doing. And then right here, things shifted. So what changed here was bullish correlation compared to Bitcoin, and it was because someone was aggressively bidding up MARA. And I'm just baffled, like what's going on here to see none of this pricing. And what do I mean by aggressive bidding up? Reloading bids at 2180. We sell into it, we break 2180, it instantly comes back as a bid. There's iceberg orders where it says 5,000 shares and it fills 50,000 because you can't see how many shares are there. But this is a reloading bid. We break 2180, we drop down to 2179, bid right back at 2180. Then we drop down 78, bid right at 80, break it again, refill right away. That allows for no bear follow through. And that just kept happening, and then it started happening at 2209. And so my mindset is, who in the world is reloading these bids this aggressively now 4% off of the low of the day, 5% off the low of the day, when nobody wanted this thing off the lows? I didn't see any aggressive bidding at all on this drop or this drop. So it was just fascinating. And so the reason I exited my last position in the 2160s and didn't let it run is because I didn't see anything that told me, that an hourly lower high, I was definitely expecting this hourly lower high. It was a bigger bounce than I thought. There was a lot of bear volume. I know I'm just ranting here, but look at the amount of bear volume when this dump started. That break at 2221 confirmed a little 5-minute downtrend. Look at the bear volume here. Just very significant, which kicked off the waterfall. But there were a bunch of us trading it, and it was fun. I really like, just focusing. I'm always watching the market and relaying, is this healthy rotation or not, to everybody in the chat room. But I really like when I only have to watch. I'm watching MARA, Riot, QQQ, Bitcoin. I'm watching those 4 things and just really zoned in. A couple of the other swing trades that I'm in. Disney, my stop's under the weekly support. We must confirm the weekly uptrend for the first time in years for any follow through. K-Web, I'm looking for the weekly inverse head and shoulders to try and confirm. Stops under the low. That's either the weekly high or low, or I'm wrong. And the other ones, I'm just going to walk up a stop with every daily high or low. So my ARKK remaining position, stop loss is now under 50.56 with a little bit of wiggle room. So I'm just in walk up stop mode on all those remaining positions. Dollar, wall of resistance on the 4-hour worth keeping an eye on in the short term at 102.64. Would love to see a new low here to follow through with the weekly bear flag. But the red day today was enough for the metals to set their daily high or low. Really want to see gold confirm that daily uptrend. Need to break 2048 to do so. Silver daily high or low. Really want to see it break 2430 for follow through. Miners already got it. Beautiful follow through on GDX. Again, that's another cup and handle. We broke resistance by 2 pennies. Bull flag and go. It's also a guy. So walking stop up on some of my metals, miners, swing positions with that new daily high or low. And oil still not seeing daily consolidation shape up just yet. Natural gas rejected from daily EMA 12. Started daily. Oh, nice bounce. Started daily consolidation. Trying to shape up the trend change now. Need to clear 560, 260 for that little quick higher low and higher high. And that's that. This is unusual price action. You do not see these kinds of stair steps In the span of 2 months, less than 2 months, we had a stair step for 9 days in a row and now one for 11 days in a row. So out of 20 trading days of stair steps in a total of 37 trading days. That is wild. Unusual. And that's what a cup and handle does. It just rockets. So again, we're not chasing. There's entries on consolidation. You don't want to chase MARA, you wait for the 5-minute back burner. You don't want to chase Amazon, you wait for hourly oversold conditions, scouting a daily high or low. If you want to wait for weekly consolidation, that's fine. You might be sitting on your hands for a while, but I have no problems with someone being picky and saying, I'm not making any long entries until we get weekly consolidation. I'll be watching for SPY and QQQ hourly back burners. When that shapes up, just take it one day at a time and just keep reminding yourselves being overextended is not enough of a reason to short. Also, listen to everything I say, not just part of the things that I say. People in the comments saying, why are you hedging? I thought you said don't short against this momentum. I said, do not short against this momentum unless you're hedging or you have a level to play off of. Do good things.